Durban-based Bishop Bheki Ngcobo has urged members of the South African Zionist Church to gather in their numbers this Easter. This despite President Cyril Ramaphosa declaration of an outbreak of the coronavirus as a national disaster and banned gatherings of more than 100 people. To discuss this, we're now joined on the line by Bishop Bheki Ngcobo, South African Zionist Church spokesperson. Thanks so much indeed for joining us. Why has the Church taken this move in the middle of this pandemic?
Greetings, my brother. As you said, I'm Bishop Bheki Ngcobo. No, the fact is, we took a decision looking at the Bible, because we are controlled by the Bible, and we are controlled by the prophets of the Bible. So what I'm saying here is that when we sat down as a structure, we decided that at the current moment, the church must stand up in numbers to go and pray for all the challenges that are happening in the country. The country is not attacked by the disease, of which this is an artificial disease. It's attacked by so many issues that needs God's intervention. So now, at this hour, we had an apartheid. We survived in apartheid, we survived in tsunami, we survived in cholera, we survived in malaria, we survived in earthquake, we survived in so many things in this country. And we are going to survive in this COVID-19. But not to go to Easter services, I don't think it's proper. What the government should do is to give us the proper precautions, or to provide the how to prevent the transfer of diseases. So according to us, we came to a conclusion that the church now must stand up and claim the position, because this thing is not only a flesh and blood issue. It's a spirit. Warfare. Right. So now that's why we came to a point that let's go and worship the Lord, even in this time. Okay, let's not allow Satan to decrease the number that should go to worship the Lord.
Bishop, but you're going against medical practice that's being practiced across the world. Are you saying that the church knows better than the medical fraternity?
No, God knows more than everyone in this world. That's why I trust God more than the medical practitioner. I trust God more than a president of all countries. If God needs to be worshipped in this time, where the country is moving up and down, where presidents are declaring that the church must not go to gather and praise God. That's what I'm not agreed upon.
All right. You may say that you trust God. Are you suggesting that the other churches that are saying that they will stop coming together in their numbers, and we've just heard that people will not be going to Moriah, do they have less faith than you?
No. I'm not talking on behalf of other churches here.
But they are.
I'm taking I'm talking under the banner of the Zionist, South African Zionist Churches, of which are the organization that was formed by Zionists. So if I'm talking, that's where I got the mandate from. That we, as an organization, we are going to call our churches to go and worship the Lord, because we cannot be eliminated by any situation. Now, this is the right time where the church should rise above the circumstances.
But Bishop, isn't this being somewhat irresponsible, because you're putting people's lives in danger, not just the congregants, but people around them as well?
No, if it was that, why the companies are still allowed to operate? They were given the precautions. Every company that you go to, there are precautions. Why those precautions are not coming to the churches so that they can carry on with the Easter preparations?
Are you going to defy the president of this country?
Yes, I'm going to defy that. Because of what I've said. That is my statement that I'm saying to you, that if I'm talking about companies, they've got about more than 1,000 workers in one building. Even in mines, I don't hear anything that talk about mines people, that those people must not go into to work, but only the church that must not go and worship the Lord.
All right,
because of the disease.
Okay, and then perhaps finally, if people do come back sick, are you going to say that this is the will of God?
Yes, the will of God must prevail. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disputing what the president is saying, because it's his country. But I do understand that out of that country of South Africa, God is there. God is above presidents declaring this state of emergency. So I'm not saying people must take their risk and do what they are not believed in. But we are saying in our congregations, we agreed that we are going to worship the Lord in numbers. We cannot be divided by the enemy. The enemy is evil. So why should we sit at home now enjoying the devil who are covering himself with the coronavirus to dictate in this last hour of our lives?
Okay, we'll leave it there. Bishop Bheki Ngcobo of the South African Zionist Church, he's a spokesperson there, saying that they're defying the order that's been given to the people of South Africa by the president not to gather in groups of more than 100. He's saying that this is the time for Christians to stand together despite any medical advice that may be given.